Would everyone please rise as the class of 2019 enters?
Please remain standing for the WSE Performing Arts Club rendition of the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the
You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jasmine Jihad, and it is my pleasure to welcome friends, families, staff, special guests, and of course, our graduates to Wayne School of Engineering's 2019 graduation ceremony. About 7 years ago, we all entered this school as young, bright-eyed sixth graders, not really sure what to expect. Now we sit in this auditorium as Wayne School of Engineering's first graduating class to go through both middle and high school. We have definitely grown up together, whether it be experiencing each other's awkward preteen phases, transitioning into our freshman year, or presenting our final grade level project. I can confidently say that we all know each other pretty well. It seems like only yesterday that we were tiny middle schoolers going to Mr. Pittard's renowned Friday night movies, or playing on each other's Minecraft servers, or running around the gym at the Halloween dance. Now that our high school journey has come to an end, we all have the opportunity to pursue our passions and aspire to achieve even greater goals. Although we may all never be in this auditorium together at the same time again, we will never forget the memories that we have created beyond this building. Regardless of where we may choose to continue our journey after graduation, I know that we can always call Wayne School of Engineering home. Congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2019. Wishing you all the greatest success and the brightest of futures. Now on to Emma Bass for the recognition of our special platform guests.
Good evening, my name is Emma Bass. It is my pleasure to recognize our distinguished guests that are with us this evening. Please stand and remain standing as you are called. Mr. Rick Pridgeon, District 6, Wayne County Board of Education Vice Chair. Mr. Len Henderson, District 2, Wayne County Board of Education. Mr. Van Falk, at-large, Wayne County Board of Education. Dr. Michael Dunsmore, Superintendent, Wayne County Public Schools. Mrs. Tamara Ishii, Assistant Superintendent, Wayne County Public Schools. Dr. Yvette Smith-Mason, Assistant Superintendent, Wayne County Public Schools. If any of our Wayne School of Engineering Advisory Council members are present, would you please stand? Thank you for attending this celebration with us tonight. At this time, NIG Pace will present our speakers.
The next three speakers you are about to hear from are not only classmates, but I consider them friends. I have worked with them numerous times throughout the last 7 years. Our first speaker will be Michael Moore. He and I recently worked together on a project in Mr. Kessler's physics class. Michael took on the role of director, and we even won Best Movie. Our next speaker is Lexi Krause. Lexi and I have served together as president and vice president of Key Club, where we learned a lot about leadership and working under pressure. Brody Morton is our third speaker, playing just about every sport and excelling in every course. Brody is a leader on and off the field, recognized by everyone at WSE. He always has a friendly smile and encouraging words. At this time, I'd like to invite Michael Moore to the stage.
Got to raise it for tall people. Hello, faculty, distinguished guests, and excellent senior class of 2019. My name is Michael Mooring. We've been together for the last 7 years, which is unfortunately how far back I can remember. We've seen the ups and downs of middle school and high school, and we've become so closely knitted it feels like homeschool. Now we can all go to our college classes and be awkward as we don't know any other person's name. We've grown close together, despite not knowing very much about each other, and I can firmly say that the relationships I have made have been enough to last a lifetime. Regardless of our backgrounds and diverse perspectives, we have succeeded in finding our way through the most awkward and at times most terrifying times of our lives. I find it imperative to draw knowledge and inspiration from credible, intelligent sources. Therefore, I will be incorporating 2 quotes from highly distinguished rappers. Matt Miller once stated, "Somehow we've got to find a way, no matter how many miles it takes. When life gets us down, and it will, we have to find a way to overcome adversity and rise above the challenges we face, which we have already done throughout high school. We will face hardships in life, some more than others, but it is an imperative that we do not let our situations change us, and instead we change our situation. I don't care what anyone says about me in this place tonight. I know without a shadow of doubt in my mind, I completed all 30 papers Mr. Sullivan signed to me. If that's not overcoming obstacles, I don't know what is." The second quote, and easily my favorite quote of the two, comes from rapper and philanthropist Lil Wayne. He once said, "The more time you spend contemplating on what you should have done, you lose time planning on what you can and will do." We have been filling our minds with valuable knowledge, like which president is on the $1,000 bill, or what role lysosomes play in the cell, which Grover Cleveland is on the $1,000 bill, and lysosomes break down fats and sugars for the cells. Thank you, Ms. Stewart, and thank you, Ms. Hemingway. We have also learned important lifelong skills like collaboration and hard work ethic. If we sit idly by and think about how things could have been, we waste a valuable opportunity to apply this valuable knowledge to the world and community around us. It would be a shame to waste our talents and abilities, much like my English teachers wasted their time learning me English. They're the only reason it's as good as it is today. We all have something to contribute, whether it be cooking or becoming an astrophysicist like Mr. Kessler. We can all bring something to the table we call community, which is honestly the goal of putting us through community service projects. If we do not give back to the people who raised us, then this was all in vain. If we do not give back to the community that we see firsthand needs our help, then what has this all been for? There comes a time in every young person's life when he or she becomes aware of his or her surroundings and how they can impact the world. Whether we thought it was fun or not, community service has helped us see the true need in our community. I personally needed an awakening to realize that life is not always good as you see it on TV or even in your own home. Real people have real problems, and I was able to discover how to help them on my own free will and the threat of being held back a grade. Each of us has contributed 120 community service hours throughout high school. That's a grand total of 8,040 community service hours or more. Although we may have not seen the value of it at times, the awakening that comes through volunteerism has and will positively impact our lives. I have learned we can truly make a positive impact on the community around us. We can even help the needy, like Mr. Frederick. In closing, I hope you take the words of philosopher Lil Wayne to heart. Don't spend more time contemplating what you should have done, because you'll lose valuable time planning what you can and will do. Thank you all, and congratulations, class of 2019. I would now like to welcome Miss Lexi Krause to the stage.
Parents, friends, family members, distinguished guests, and fellow members of the graduating class of 2019, welcome. When I began writing this speech, I was unsure of what to say. How could I quite possibly sum up the past 7 years of our lives with only 3 to 5 minutes? I began to think, and I remembered this statement. I grew up hearing people say that friendships that last longer than 7 years will last a lifetime, and this statement stuck with me. Curiously, I Googled it, and after extensive research, I was unable to find any actual evidence that the statement was true, and that was kind of upsetting. However, I came to the conclusion that every friendship made is demanding of efforts from both ends with full concentration on growth, and that's what contributes to a great friendship. So the key here is not time. The key to a lifelong friendship is reciprocating actions bestowed between multiple people. Actions such as a comforting message during a time of need or just a concerned friend willing to help. Actions like these is what showed between all of our friendships. The fact has always given me joy and satisfaction that I am right now surrounded by people who can catch me when I fall, help me stand when I am too weak, and who can love me when I have received hate. Although time may not scientifically prove to be the key to a pure and lifelong friendship, the passion and drive instilled in all of us will carry on within the next stops of our journey, and that is what will create a lifelong friendship. I remember at the beginning of this daunting journey, there were 2 people who were certain to make us all get along, and that was Dr. Hells and Miss Sutton. And they told us that we would be like a small family when this time came, so of course they had come up with a solution that would ensure this would happen. Assigned seats at lunch. They insisted that for months we would be drawing names of who we would be sitting beside at our weekly assigned table numbers. It was extremely awkward, but it forced us all to open up and become friends with everyone, and not just whom we were similar to. I guess you could say that all the discomfort was worth it, because we've truly learned that the only time you are truly growing is when you're uncomfortable. These past few years have been full of struggles, failures, and battles, but overall picture-perfect memories. And I stand before you today immensely grateful to be a part of our loving family. My heart is full knowing that when we graduate within the next few minutes, we will walk away knowing we have each other's backs and that this is not the end. Through our time here, we have grown close, and closer than we could have ever imagined. We have learned lessons, and much like a family, we have stuck with each other through the good and the bad. We have lost, yet we have also gained together. And life only gets tougher from this point forward. But there is one thing that life cannot take away from us, and that's our friendships and memories that we worked at 7 years to create. I can finally rejoice in knowing that all the long nights finishing homework, missed social events, tiresome group projects, and daily hassles were worth it. Our time as high schoolers is quickly coming to a close, but our time as friends and family will never cease. Now, with great joy and excitement, before we say our last goodbyes and see you laters, I would like to say a few thank yous. Thank you to my mom, dad, and Daniel for being the best parents I could ever ask for. You never failed to give me advice when I was too hard-headed to take it, and you always willingly offered help on schoolwork and endless key club assignments, even though you had long days too. To my grandparents, thanks for being the dorkiest people I know and sharing that gene with me. I love the jokes we have made together, but I am also forever grateful for your warmth and love that you've given me over the past 17 years. To Miss Fontaine, thank you for always giving me a Bible verse for reference when I needed to hear it, and thank you for being like a second mother to me. I am very thankful for our friendship that has grown over the past few years. To Nikki, Caroline, Anna, and Austin, and Joseph. You all never hesitated to tell me a cheesy joke when I needed to laugh, have a Taylor Swift jam session in the car, or help me complete all of my Key Club responsibilities at the last minute. Lastly, to Kelly, Jacob, Hannah, and Alicia. You have been the best addition to my life, and I never knew the best of friends could come from a workplace, but you all have shown me otherwise. I love you guys. And finally, to the graduating class of 2019, I cannot wait to see what you all will accomplish within the next few chapters of our lives. The last 7 years have been notable, but I know you will all accomplish many things in the near future. Remember this day, the sense of pride and accomplishment that you take from it. Use that to move forward to your next big goal. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, with great pleasure, I introduce my friend and classmate, Bertie Morton.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm Bertie Morton, class of 2019, and I wanted to talk to you all about greatness. Greatness, or just great, is defined as an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the norm or average. I look at it in two ways. First, as an achievement, like I want to reach or achieve greatness. Secondly, I look at it as more of a characteristic of somebody or something that can serve more as a description. Like, my mom's cooking is not great. I'm sorry about that, Mom. I really am. But see, greatness is a hard thing to define. I'm sure if I asked everyone here tonight what makes something or someone great, I would get completely different answers. Some might say determination. Never stopping until you've reached that goal, and that's how you can be great. Some would say getting a good job. Once you get a good job, the opportunity to be great is right in front of you. If you were to ask me, I might say leaving the house and make sure your hair is perfect. Or maybe always getting a steak cooked the way you ordered it at a restaurant. Those would be pretty great if you could do that all the time. However, I do believe there are some underlying attributes we could all use to get us one step closer to greatness. The first being optimism. Always keeping a positive outlook towards the future despite the negativity and adversities you may face. Without optimism, you'd always be stuck in a state of despair with your head down. Being optimistic allows us to learn from past mistakes, see a better future, and truly set goals worth accomplishing. The next attribute would be persistence. Optimism is the mental approach towards adversity, while persistence is the physical act of pushing forward. For everyone here tonight, just make some noise if you've never failed or never faced any times of adversity. Exactly. These times of failure are common, and if you aren't persistent, the slightest hint of opposition will defeat you. The last attribute I wanted to share with you all is consistency. Being stable and uniform in what you do throughout time. Anyone can do something good once, but consistency is what takes it to that next level of greatness. All the other characteristics of greatness mean nothing without consistency. Those are the three that really stood out to me, and I believe we can all agree those make someone or something great. That is why I can confidently say now that this class, Wayne School of Engineering, class of 2019, is not only a great class, but the greatest class that ever has or ever will go through this school. We showed signs of greatness from the very beginning of 6th grade to our final day as a senior. We had to be optimistic. On our first day of 6th grade, we all sat around awkwardly, not knowing each other. I wanted to have Mr. Jesse Pitter come in and tell us our first major test was that Friday. And it was Wednesday. Throughout every grade, I remember classmates telling each other, just get through this class and it'll be all right. Or just get this senior project done and we'll be in there. This positive attitude helped us all push forwards in times of adversity. We showed persistence. When you write 100 papers from Miss O'Sullivan, you are bound to get one back that has below average results. No other class had to deal with Mr. Pitter's half cursive, half print, 3-page outlines, not once, not twice, but 3 times. But because we worked hard and improved, we always managed to get by. There were times where the stress was ridiculously high, and without persistence, we would have never made it to where we are now. And of course, we were consistent. Whether it was turning in work, getting those volunteer hours, or hardest of all, showing up on time, we had to do it to consistently produce great results. Our character is not only what makes us great, but it can be seen through the long list of achievements and milestones we have managed to pick up to this point. Our class has established clubs at this school that without us would not exist, such as Quiz Ball, Drama Club, the 12, Mock Trial, TSA, and National History Day. And not only did we put these programs into motion, we won these competitions at a New England Patriot level. From 6th grade, we had students reaching the national NHD competition. We've had students in our class be state representatives for some of these clubs. The doors that we've opened for the future graduating classes have been remarkable and never before seen at this school. Academically, we've had the most students graduate with their high school diploma, but also with that amazing 2-year associate's degree. Parents, you're welcome. This balance between high school, college, and extracurriculars has prepared us to be successful in any environment we choose. Our accomplishments don't only come from academics, but also athletics. The Goldsboro Cougar Titans athletic teams have had record-breaking seasons. We've had football, volleyball, women's soccer, softball, baseball, men and women's golf all go to state tournaments. The volleyball and women's soccer team managed to make runs into the 3rd round, while for some teams like baseball and softball, they broke records and put up numbers that hadn't been seen in 50 years or more. Our athletic accomplishments were just as notable as our academic. When we started here, there were no limits, no boundaries, just 66 kids who had no idea they'd spend the next 7 years with each other. At this point now, I would say we're all a family. We're more than just another graduating class. We've left traditions, programs, and a legacy that will last a lifetime at this school. So now today, we thank you, our educators, our principal, and our staff for making this guinea pig experience an unforgettable journey. And of course, we thank you, parents, for supporting us every step of this long, amazing journey. Congratulations to the greatest class of WSE, this graduating class of 2019. Thank you. And now we ask that you would please hold all applause and verbal expressions of any kind until all names have been called. That way my friends and their families can enjoy this moment of celebration together. Thank you again.
We have now come to that moment we've all been anticipating, the awarding of diplomas. As Brody stated so well, we do ask that you hold all applause and verbal expressions of any kind, so all family, friends, and classmates can hear each other's names. Assisting me with awarding the diplomas is Mrs. Carrie Reese, school counselor, and Mrs. Emily Burke, mathematics teacher.
Jasmine Victoria Jihad, high school diploma and associate's degree. Emily Bass, high school diploma and college credit. Enijah Gerard Pace, high school diploma and associate's degree. Micah Mark Mooring, high school diploma and associate's degree. Alexis Faith Krause, high school diploma and associate's degree. Brody Scott Morton, high school diploma and associate's degree. Marcy Elise Taylor, high school diploma and associate's degree. Jacob Dylan Lassiter, staying a fifth year to complete his associate's degree. Acacia Dejaneir Sutton, high school diploma and college credit. Jessica Christine Ruiz, high school diploma and associate's degree. Monique Fouchon Ward, high school diploma and associate's degree. The following students are graduating with a high school diploma and an associate's degree. Anna Lucille Breck. Spencer Grace Daniels. Navia Dixit. Alexis Nicole Effler. Caroline Elizabeth Foy. Joseph Lewis Foy II. Mary Addison J. Gang. Austin Derek Goff. Riley Grace Hales. Jennifer Leticia Herrera. Riley Pippin Howell. Dakota Blair Jones. Tyler Chance King. Aaron Nixon Miranda. Nicole Hayden Olmstead. David Julian Rose. Mara Anelilani Razi. Colin Dean Williams. Hannah Grace Williamson. Nicholas George Yelverton. The following students are graduating with a high school diploma and college credit: Tyler Ray Arnett. Reed Michael Barnett. Jarrett Adam Beasley. Kiana Nicole Lee Birdsong. Keely Nicole Carpenter. Kathy Rains Coakley. David Cully. Eric Jamil Hamilton. Carlotta Nilese Harvey. Niall Christian Harvey. Peyton Lee Hinton. Peyton Billy Holland. Rachel Adair Johnson. Ryan Edward Kimball. Saline Mary Lee Martin. Madison Ann Miller. Sarah Lee Murado Castellanos. Selena Joyce Morales. Thomas Nevins. Amber Nicole Finnig. Aaron Michael Podbielski. Nathan Alexander Podbielski. Cameron Donnet Rude. Davier Quaishon Shannon. Addie Olivia Shirley. Brianna Darjay Wilson. The following students are staying a 5th year to complete an associate's degree: Scarlett Nicole Casey. Jacob Holden Kraus. Faith Carolyn Serlick. Daniel Remus Dunn.
On behalf of Wayne School of Engineering, It is my pleasure, as your principal, to declare you graduates of 2019. Ceremony.
Friends, family, and invited guests. While this ceremony marks the end of our time together, it also marks the beginning of a whole new adventure. Each of us will move forward into the individual journeys of our lives. However, regardless of where our journeys take us, we will always be able to trace back to this single moment we're about to share together. We will forever share these memories. We will forever connect to our experiences at WSE, and we will forever be united as Wayne School of Engineering Titans. As your senior class president, it is my honor to lead you in the turning of the tassel, our last assignment together. With this, I would like to ask the class of 2019 to please rise. The graduation tassel symbolizes the hard work and effort each of us has displayed these last 4 years. With this symbolic gesture, we usher in a new chapter in our lives. Seniors, on the count of 3, please shift your tassel from the right to the left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, you are official graduates of Wayne School of Engineering. And before I can exit the stage, I have one last task to complete that my classmates have asked of me.
Go, girl.
Please remain standing as Jacob Lassiter delivers the closing remarks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacob Lassiter. Before we close this evening's speeches, I would like to welcome one last time the faculty, parents, alumni, and distinguished guests, as well as the WSE Class of 2019. This year went by fast, just like our family and previous graduates had said it would. There is a universal truth we have to face whether or not we want to. The truth is that everything comes to an end. These years together have been full of lifelong memories, some good, some bad, but with all these experiences, we have made so many friends and have become closer than we could have ever imagined. I know from spending the last 7 years with you all that we have had great potential. Our class is so diverse and so talented. We have had gifted artists, incredible musicians, dedicated athletes, and brilliant minds. And if we feel our potential, we have the ability to change the world for the better. How do we do this? I don't have all the answers, but I know we can do at least 2 things. We cannot sit idly by and wait for what our future has in store for us. As William Shakespeare said, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. If we go forth with the mindset that we have the power to create ourselves and the power to mold ourselves into whatever we want to be, there are few things that we cannot accomplish. During these last 4 years, we have shown the strength to overcome great challenges. As we move forward from here and we enter the college, the military, and the workforce, life will bring us with even more challenges. Even though these challenges may seem impossible to overcome, I want you to look around in this room. Although the person next to you may not be as close as they are tonight, I urge you to still ask them for help. In closing, thank you to our teachers who have inspired us and encouraged us in the pursuit of knowledge. Thank you to our families who have guided us and helped us when we were stressed and thought everything around us was just crumbling down. Last but not least, thank you to every one of my classmates for making these the best 7 years possible. I am truly honored to say that I've known you and can't wait to see what y'all achieve in the near future. I will truly miss each and every one of you, but excited to see what great things all of you would do. And for the last time, WSE is the place to be. And if you ain't here, you know why. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019. I love you all.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look, and there we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you luck. For you the world just opens up, but it's so hard to say goodbye.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived.
They don't like each other.
Y'all just wish y'all looked as good as I do with the Snapchat filters.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Austin! That's fake. That's fake.
Oh my gosh!
girl from my home, tell me where you been. I need to go to the bathroom. Dang, I look so good right now.
If you want to. It's got old people on it.
Would you use your knees at all?
Yes, it's fun. Like, put your hands on your knees. Already, how you feel about East Dublin?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm scared.
Alright,
I
guys.
use the left hand. Because that's my good hand.
He's cheating. Alright, I want to see.
Hold on.
We want a good, clean fight, no blood. I want a good, clean fight. No blood.
Only a little bit of blood.
No hand holding.
No switching.
No leading.
No changing.
Move, get out of the way.
No
Ready?
Body.
3, 2, 1, go.
And fight!
Oh, come on,
Right hand.
Right.
Fight!
Come on, Joseph.
Come on, Joseph.
Boom. Go, buddy.
Alright, so that was really unbalanced force. Get it. You only made it once. See, look at that. That's why it's never gets it.
Don't get mad now.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we and the rocket and the first thing in air.
Hit it with the
She looks like Garlic.
No picture, let's get the no. It's cutting off a circle. Oh my god, Nathan.
Someone pull on to Nathan's arm.
I can't watch it. The Krusty Krab is a pizza for you and me. Absolutely lovely. I have a public service announcement. I know it's been a month, but if you guys have my phone, please return it. And he's coming!
Hey man, if you're watching this, make sure you check out WSE's music, man.
My mixtape.
Really good music, man. Real hip hop. Real hip hop.
on SoundCloud. Deja vu.
I'm a spiritual miracle with the
You already know they're coming out with dirty dishes. They rubbing on me like some dirty dishes. Cause I'm the realest.
Yeah. You heard it here.
I'm gonna make you draw them, but I figured that would take way too long. Does that feel weird? Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
I'm too fat for this. God, my stomach hurts.
Bros and kicks.
Oh. Mercy.
Look, the popcorn stuff. I can't even walk with the balloons there.
See, that's what you get. Don't want to tie these down again.
So who let y'all in?
Can't disclose that information.
Is it time to go? Oh, yeah.